Thanks for the support as a channel member, Nathan Kerwood. Well, I have no idea what to expect going into this. It's definitely a season review. It might be a transfer special. It might be a job hunt. It might be a combination of all three. Three? No idea. Guesses based on how long it is, because I don't know that either. Hello and welcome to Club 5, Part 21 of Non-League to Legend. I'm Kevin. Coming up on today's episode, as previously advertised, no idea. We're going to start as a normal transfer special. But of course, having now won everything in Germany and been unbeaten forever, it feels like it's time to move on. And we very much have our eye on some of the bigger jobs around Europe. Arsenal as a last resort, but they're currently available now. So I would suggest the last resort will probably not still be available when we're in last resort territory. Roma has the potential to be interesting. They're rich, which is always nice. I like a rich club, but I suspect maybe not big enough to achieve what I want to be able to. I mean, it'd be an interesting rebuild job, but I'm not going to be able to take Vermonti and Banfalvi and loads of other players there unless they're like super rich. How rich are we talking? See, the consortium rich. If they were tycoon rich, then maybe it'd be worth a discussion, but they're not. So they're not. Barcelona is the one that I've been talking about all along, but their manager is only showing as insecure. They finished third. How can a Barcelona manager finish third and not get sacked? That feels like the job for me. I mean, can I even declare interest in it? Is that even a thing anymore? I mean, this is an interesting way to... I could get sacked from Bayern right here. But if it allows me to walk into Barcelona, who's... I mean, I've got to be the hot managerial property, surely. And their manager's insecure. Declare interest in Barcelona job. Your interest in the role will be circulated among media outlets and Barcelona will be made aware of your interest. I might be getting myself sacked here. But that's not necessarily a disaster. Because... Bayern can't sack me, surely. I've never, ever done this before. Chapman wants Barcelona post. What's my reaction to being linked with the Barcelona job? It's an honour to have my name associated with such a prestigious team. And now we wait and see how Bayern react to that. They haven't. Interesting. Very interesting. The Bayern board, I think they might maybe accept that I've done everything I can do here. And I'm not, I told them when I came in, I wasn't in for a 20-year Fergie job. This was get in, get stuff won, rebuild, get out again. Right. Let's wait and see how this develops. And in the meantime, do a season review. I got so excited there because an achievement popped and I thought it was going to be Barcelona offering me a job, but no, it was for the invincible season. Right, well we're here on season review. So there's your confirmation we finished the season unbeaten. Banfalvi telling me I'm lovely. Laszlo, right back at you, my captain. This is the Bayern all-time best 11 now, which really should be starting to look a lot like my best 11, and it is, in fact. Ferron in goal, Kraju, Tigges, whoever Pavard is. He's 36 years old now, and I guess they're in real life, but he's no Banfalvi, is he? That situation needs resolving. Kimmich at right back I can probably accept for a year or two longer. Vermonti at the base in midfield, Marquez and Lust ahead of him, Van der Hoek and Tete, who's been playing in the Championship for the last year and a half. No Gashi, is he? And some fella called Lewandowski up front, which I guess he's quite a good striker, so he might be allowed to stay in there. End of season awards, Vermonti winning player of the season again. I think that's 2 years in a row for Vermonti, and 3 out of 4 seasons that he's been my player, he's been player of the year. And I think in each of those he's won the league's player of the year as well, not just our player of the year. Vermonti is what makes my teams tick in this save. He's wanted by Barcelona. It's like they're getting the transfer ready to have me come in as manager, because that would be my very first move. Take him with me. Dombrowski, runner-up, Banfalvi third. Goal of the season goes to Lust, who I still haven't forgiven for what he did in the Champions League final, but he did make a solid contribution to the season, so I can't pick on him too much, and can't begrudge him a goal of the season. Let's have a look at it. We did score some special goals this year. I'd be interested to see what this one looks like. So Dombrowski picks it up on the edge of the area. It falls to Lust. And it's one of many long-range screamers that have been scored by our players this year. It's hard to pick between them. Bram Miguels gets signing of the season, which, again, can't really argue with. It wasn't quite the form he showed for Dortmund, but taking him away from Dortmund was important. And towards the end of the season, certainly, he forced his way properly into the team on that left-hand side and did start to show some of that form, particularly against Manchester United, where he was instrumental with a couple of assists, which is always welcome. Dombrowski, Young Player of the Year, and our Team of the Year. Ferron in goal, a back four of Krajcu, Tigges, Banfalvi and Dombrowski. Vermonti, Marquez and Andre in midfield. No Lust in the Team of the Year. Very interesting. Van der Hoek getting in the Team of the Year ahead of Miguel's, but as Lust will learn, I don't forgive that easily when players do dumb things in big games. And Gashi with Thorgerson as the striker. Top scorer was Gashi, 26 goals. Vermonti, top average rating. Most assists shared between Van der Hoek and Dombrowski. Maybe I was a little too harsh on Van der Hoek. 15 assists, and he was just non-existent for the second half of that season. He barely played. Lots of substitute appearances. Maybe he should have been allowed to play more. Maybe I can forgive him. I'm leaving. Who cares? I don't need to forgive anybody unless I stay, in which case I probably do need to. Vermonti, best pass completion. That guy played every game in midfield and got 94% pass completion, and people wonder why I rave about him so much. That and this, in a team full of stars, Vermonti got more Man of the Match awards than any of the superstars. And then Tigges and Van der Hoek. 3 red cards for Van der Hoek. What a moron. What a moron. Season review, we won everything. Got to be happy with that. Won everything with an invincible season. It doesn't get any better than that, really. We don't care where old teams are now. Interesting to see what the club vision would be. It's just more of the same. Win the Bundesliga, get to the Champions League final, and work towards becoming the most reputable team in Europe and most reputable team in the world. So they're trying to become the biggest team in the world, which is fair enough. But as you can see, my contract's up at the end of next season. I am not going to be signing a new one. So even if I don't end up leaving now, there's just no reason for me to sign a new contract. It's been a great season. We'll obviously win the title again. They'll win the title again whether I'm here or not. End of season break, training camp destination. Where do you want to go? That's not as exotic as it could be. Let's say Texas, United States. That's the furthest one away. The Champions League Dream 11 has Krajcu, Banfalvi, Dombrowski, Miguels, Marquez and Gashi all in it. And Arp in the team, who's obviously a former Bayern player, and Hendricks, who nearly became a Bayern player. So very, very strong Bayern influence in the Champions League Dream Team. Ferron runner-up for best goalkeeper. Dombrowski, Banfalvi and Krajcu are the 3 best defenders. Vermonti and Gashi, second and third for best midfielder. And I guess it is Thorgerson who lets us down with all these awards. We'll pat Dombrowski on the head for winning his category. And then we wait, I guess. We have got a big pile of cash to spend. There's over £200 million to spend, but we don't really need to spend it. And I'm kind of waiting to see what happens with Barcelona or some other aspect of the managerial merry-go-round, because obviously it doesn't have to be Barcelona. It could just as easily be Real Madrid or Paris Saint-Germain or Juventus or Inter, AC Milan maybe. I don't know how good they're doing these days. Atletico, right, sort that, get our facilities back up. Just scan through all this stuff. The Bayern board are hoping that I'll stay. Well, I'm probably not going to. Don't want to upset anybody, but what more is there for me to do here at Bayern? There's the confirmation our youth facilities are being fiddled with. We're going to fail FFP, but that doesn't feel like my problem anymore. I guess the one thing that I should do before I go is get the new stadium up and running, because that was the other goal that they had. Really leave a legacy, but it doesn't look like it's an option for me to ask for. Did I get onto the favoured personnel? I hope I did. I did. I'm on favoured personnel. Lovely. Never going to make it any further than that, because I was only here for 2 years, but an effective 2 years. Right, let's go back to job security and just double check to see if calling out Barcelona made him more insecure. It didn't. We're just going to keep an eye on how all this develops. We only want club jobs. So these are the jobs that are actually available. So it is Arsenal is the only one that would be interested in there. Napoli, have they got money? I don't really want to go to a club that's not in the Champions League. That's what costs both Napoli and Arsenal there, really. Hold the phone. Hold the actual telephone. How did I miss this? Yoink. Maybe we're going to Paris. It's about time I righted some wrongs for what's happened in France in this series in the past. Breaking news, Barcelona fans want me, even though they still haven't sacked their manager yet. Surely only a matter of time. If I were him, I'd be jumping ship to go to Arsenal or trying to go back to Paris Saint-Germain because he's their former manager. Neil Lennon's the favourite, apparently, who's currently unemployed. What's he been up to? I mean, he's got around a bit, I guess. But I've got to have a bet. I've got a better pedigree than him, surely. The guy who was at Paris Saint-Germain before, I think it was Zidane, who's gone to Manchester City. Yeah, so Zidane has just left to go to Man City. I don't know who their manager was before. Who's likely to be floating around. Guardiola was sacked ages ago and is now unemployed. So he's going to be competing with me for these big jobs because he's been around a little bit. Still only 61. And he's managed most of the top teams in Europe, apart from Paris Saint-Germain. So he's probably going to fancy that one. Although, looking at his recent track record, I would say he's maybe not Paris Saint-Germain calibre anymore. I'm the current Champions League winner. Breaking news, everybody! It's happening! How do I click on them? Job centre. Oh, I'm already the leading candidate. I haven't even applied yet. Yes, apply for job. So that's both Paris Saint-Germain and Barcelona applied for. I think we're moving clubs this summer, boys and girls. Surely, let's declare interest again because I really, really, really want that one. So I'm going to keep declaring interest. That's the one I've been talking about all season. My plan is coming together. Still no news on interviews. But I am being a good boy and just fixing FFP before I go. Man City offered £74 million for Leo Guerrero, who played 3 times for us last year. It seemed like a bit of a no-brainer. He's gone, which means the FFP situation nearly there. One more sale and that it's sorted. We forget that we don't worry about that. That's someone else's problem. I'm sorting the immediate problem. And of course, it wouldn't hurt if there was the need to sell some players just after I leave. Vermonti and Van Falvey. I'd happily take them with me. But that offer came in and I couldn't turn it down. So, Barcelona still available. Paris Saint-Germain still available. Arsenal, my insurance option, also still available. Do big clubs just not bother interviewing? It's been like nearly 3 weeks. Finally, an interview, and it's Paris Saint-Germain who've come through first. So, let's get an idea of what they've got to offer. So, French is an easy language, a super easy language. I would suggest my international experience and all that. Can you tell me why managing at a number of clubs as you've done is a good thing? Because I've won stuff at all of them, even Spurs. The Europa League is real. Wide range of experience to draw upon. I'm considering my options. Apparently, I've got an inability to cultivate a strong dressing room atmosphere, so Bristol Rovers then. That was a long time ago. We've annual longevity in recent history shows we're prepared to give the right manager a long time to get it right. Am I prepared to give you a long-term commitment? I'm kind of just going to win the league and then leave. But, yeah. Yes, I do long-term. Our new manager will have considerable resources to build their team. Would you be able to spend that money responsibly? Who are they talking to? Of course. Yes, I'll work with a director of football. I don't think I need to bring any staff with me. I never usually do, even when I negotiate the option to. So they would expect an immediate League One win and continue bringing that as well. Yes, I'm happy to do that. Yes, we can challenge for the title. That is not a considerable transfer budget. I've got more than double that. That won't even get me Vermonti. Oh, I'll just agree. That's a nice wage budget, though. But again, not as big as what I've got at Bayern. I'm going to have to learn to budget by going to Paris Saint-Germain. This game is broken. Right. That's that interview done. I'm definitely not accepting that job without at least an interview at Barcelona. Barcelona is very much my first choice. But we'll just have to kind of wait now. The Arsenal job has gone by the looks of it. Who's gone to manage Arsenal? Arsenal now managed by Danny Cowley. The non-league managers are taking over at the top of European football, clearly. He's done his own non-league to legend, starting at Concord and working his way up. That's beautiful. That path is almost, I mean, you could say that's more fun than mine. He's taken 22 seasons, though, Danny. Come on now. Doesn't take 22 seasons. Well, this puts me in quite the pickle. Although they're not offering me as much money as I'm on at Bayern, I don't think. So I took a pay cut from Spurs to come here, and they're offering me half the money that I'm on already. What is this? What has happened to Paris Saint-Germain? We've got a delay anyway, because I've not had my interview at Barcelona yet. So I am absolutely not going there until I know I can't go to Barcelona. At least we know we're definitely moving clubs now, unless I somehow mess this up by delaying Paris Saint-Germain for so long and then Barcelona giving the job to someone else. And I could still be at Bayern. The transfer window's about to open. This is stressful. Just give me the job. Now, I know I'm supposed to be fixing FFP before I go, but we needed another defender. And I thought, I've got this thing where I arrive at a club and always sell Alex Catamol as my first thing. So perhaps the last thing I do before leaving a club is sign Peter Chera, who's one of the best defenders in the world, former defensive partner of Banfalvi for 6 months before Banfalvi joined us. And he's now left Tottenham to join us, £100 million. To be fair, we've got an A- for that, that's a good grade. I'll take an A- any day of the week. For a player that is replacing Guerrero, so we've only really paid £26 million to upgrade Guerrero for him. On that basis, it makes a lot of sense. And we've also set a record for the most expensive Slovenian player ever. He was also previously that. He's gone for some money in his career. Also means we might be able to take Banfalvi with me wherever we go. That's why we signed him for Tottenham way back when. And the timeline where I mess everything up is firmly taking shape. Still no interview from Barcelona. The job is still available. I am still the favourite. It's been over a month. I'm going to have to delay Paris Saint-Germain again. They've agreed again. I don't think I'm going to get away with that for the third time. One more step in messing everything up. Oh, I am going to... Do I delay? I delay this, don't I? I delay that. Because then, if I mess up the 2 jobs that are available, I can just sign a new contract with Bayern and everything will be fine. What is going on in Barcelona? Why are they not interviewing me? Finally, we have the Barcelona job interview. Right, here we go. Let's not mess this up. How would you overcome... It's an easy language. I'm really smart. International experience. That England job's so useful. I'm considering my options. I mean, all these answers worked with PSG. Long time ago. We're looking for a candidate capable of performing to competition expectations. I have a good track record. That's a new question. We value longevity. My record speaks for itself. Right, they reckon I'm getting a big... I don't think these clubs know what a big transfer budget is. I think they need to look at my track record. I don't need to change any staff. So they're looking for... a Champions League semi-final, challenge for La Liga, and then maintaining a La Liga. So nowhere in there does it even say I have to win La Liga. That's interesting. Okay. Yeah, we'll challenge for the title. 150 million is a lot more like it. So that is fine. That's still less than I've got. Both of those budgets still less than at Bayern, but they're budgets I can work with. Now let's just hope they offer me some sensible money. I've got chairs to buy. I love it when a plan comes together. A pay rise, a decent transfer budget, decent wage budget, a 4-year contract, and relatively reasonable things. You know, we don't have to win the league. We just have to challenge for it. So let's just try and squeeze a little bit more money out of them. In my experience, this never works. But, you know, I'm a Champions League winner now. Maybe we can squeeze a few. See, what is the point of giving the option to negotiate if clubs always refuse? Fine, we'll just take your contract. Thank you, Bayern. It's been a wonderful time. But tomorrow, our fun with Barcelona begins. We will obviously be house hunting. We'll be assessing the squad. And we'll be finishing off this transfer special by signing Vermonti and seeing if there's any money left, probably. We'll see how we get on tomorrow. Barcelona is step 6 on the adventure this year. And it's the first time I've ever managed them. Not just on YouTube. I've never managed Barcelona before. This is going to be interesting. If you've enjoyed that, please make sure you leave a nice big thumbs up on there for me. Subscribe to the channel for daily Football Manager videos. And thank you very much for watching.